now that have the gameplay set up, what I want to do is go back to our world and add some movement and some interesting effects to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to go to this windmill here. I'm going to egg it. I'm actually going to Control X that, and I'm going to save. And I am going to create a new folder. But first, I need to create an actor. And I'm just going to name this, I'm going to position where I want the actor to be. I'm going to make sure that the rotation is aligning to the direction of the... There you go. So that pole there. And I'm going to name this actor Anim Windmill. And I'm going to Control V inside the static mesh. Static mesh to be set to movable because I'm going to animate it. And I'm just going to reset the position and rotate again in 90 degrees. The reason why I'm doing this is because there are many ways to animate this kind of stuff, but I'm going to use the sequencer to do so. I'm going to let it loop forever. So here is what I need you to do. Go here and cinematics, level sequence actor. You can drop that inside there too. Reset the rotation and position. Usually what I like to do is put above it, so I know there's something there. And the settings that I need to do are auto play and looping forever. And we can play with this, the play rates after the fact. But just this is not going to do anything. I need to create a new folder here. Cinematic, because this is a sequence. And I'm going to say play area. Right click, cinematics, level sequence. Naming convention is LS. And I'm going to say this one is anim windmill. You can always save this as you can bake this into animation file, but I just want to leave like this for now. Double click in it, and then what you see here is the sequence. That's what you're going to be able to see it. And what I want to do is just drag this windmill, press a plus, transform, and all I'm doing here is animating the pitch. Okay, so there's a very easy way to do it. I don't care about how many frames we have here. I'm just going to do one hotkey and then pick another frame and do 360. And let's see how that looks like. It's ramping up, so that's a problem. I'm just going to move this all to the end, to be honest. So just push it all the way here. And the reason why this is like speedy up and down is because the interpolation is set to cubic, which is essentially easy in and out. What I want is to have linear. So this loops forever. And if I click this button here to see looping and I press play, this is my animation, how it's going to be playing forever. So that's a very easy way to add that to your world. And it just looks cool. And what is awesome about this, when we do some particle effects, we're going to put some water splashing here. We can also add to this actor. So save it. Now you guess it, I'm going to do the same thing here. And since this is all related to the windmill, I'm going to get this. Control X, save. And I'm going to create another actor. So I'm going to create the folder 2, 05 anim windmill. I'm actually going to rename this to windmill wheel. I know that's a kind of like a weird naming convention. I'm going to save a sequencer, do the same thing here too. Windmill wheel. Create another level sequence in cinematics, level sequence, LS, anim, windmill. And that will be actually for the windmill. But before doing that, I also need to create the actor again. Make sure that I can see it. Make sure that it's facing the correct location. Orientation in that case, not location. So somewhere in there. Control V. Oh, so actually I need to move this up even more. Put the static mesh in there. It needs to be set to movable, by the way, because that stuff needs to move. And here's the same thing we're going to do. Anim windmill. Move it to the windmill folder. Open our windmill sequence. And then we do the same thing. So drag this thing there. Transform. Rotation. And we're going to go for the frame 0. And jump all the way to 150. So you can just go here and type 150. 360. And we're going to select both of those frames. Right click, linear. And if you press play, that's how it's looking. Can already tell that this thing here needs to move forward. And this is probably too fast. So the way to make this slower, you can either play with the play rate, but I like to do this in here by just increasing the amount of frames. That looks way better. So let's just save it. And by the way, you can see that this windmill doesn't have the level sequence. The reason why I like to drag that to the world and have the icon there is just so it's easier, so in case someone wants to make a change or animate differently, someone in your team, you have the icon there and it's literally displaying that that's where the animation is being played. And that's really quick, an interesting way to add some movement to the world. And if you want to create something else, like if you want to create a cart going down or people moving, that will be the same way that you do it. I will let you be the creative person. If I press play right now to test it, that one is playing because this is open. It's not what I want. Press play again. None of them are playing. That is because I need to make sure that this is set to autoplay. Loop indefinitely. Let's test again. There you go. For some reason, the other one is not. Oh, that's why. Because the sequence has nothing applied to it. So it doesn't know that that's the sequence I need to play. Because I created instead of dragging. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete that. You can just assign it, but I just want to keep the name consistent. So if I do this now, oopsie, I need to set to auto play and loop indefinitely. There you go. Now it's correct. Hey, look at that. There's only one problem. It's we're taking the negative direction, so I didn't pay attention when I was animating. But that's an easy one. Just open that one, and I can just get my frames here. Right click, properties, and just do this. Or I could just change from 0 to 360 or 360 to 0. Well, this should be enough. Press play. There you go. That sounds correct. It looks fine. Oof, there's a crazy intersection here, so I'm gonna actually fix that by push my windmill up and press play again. Oh wow, still doing it. That is a big windmill. Wait, something's wrong. The reason for that is because if I go to this level sequence, I think the location is stored here. So I'm just gonna move up here and save it, and that should be enough. There you go, fixed. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So next one, let's learn how to do a quick particle effect. This is not gonna be a super in-depth particle effect class, but I'm gonna put some water particles here.